How's it going, guys? This is part 3. If you guys haven't seen the first 2 parts, they will be in the description below. I'm currently doing a playlist of every single tank in every single dungeon, and currently we are going to be running in with our Dark Knight. This is just kind of a quick little tutorial for some people that want to learn how to tank. Sometimes some people face tank anxiety and they get a little nervous. This is just here to help people have some guidance, right? This isn't going to be like the meta. This isn't going to be like the best way to do it. This is just my way of doing it. There are many other ways of doing it. As you play this game, you will develop your own way and your own style of tanking, which is such a nice thing about Final Fantasy. The whole like elitist thing isn't really a thing. So being a tank is actually super fun. It's right in the middle of everything. It's one of my favorite roles to play, and we are going to be running as probably my favorite tank. I really enjoy the Dark Knight. Maybe it's because I just grew up liking Batman. It could be, yeah. But I have Diana here with me. She's here helping me. She is going to be my healer, which is really nice. So big shout out to her. She has some content as well. Be sure to check her out. And we will get into the second dungeon of the core game, the Tam-Tara Deepcroft. All right, and here we go. All right, here we go. This is the second dungeon as the third tank in the order, the Dark Knight. So you want to make sure that before you start anything, your tank stance is on, like so. Now, again, you don't have to do this. This is just something I like to do. I like to remind everyone, if they're leveling, to have their food buff on. And then I like to kind of let everyone know that I am streaming, that I am making content. Yeah, so this will be part 3 of 4 in the core game. There we go. So the very start of this dungeon, you want to grab everything. You'll notice that there are these tethers, these like beams of energy to the center. Our goal in this dungeon is to make sure, not to make sure, but we want to get to all of these. So we will grab the crash mob. Now, before you do anything, I like to ask my healer whether or not they are fine with a larger pull or if they prefer smaller pulls. Just because you don't want to stress out your healers, right? So grab this guy, grab this guy, and we will sit here, turn on the Throttle, and then all you do is just your combo of hard slash and siphon strike. Most tank classes are only really going to have very few combos, which is really nice. It's a good way to kind of learn. And you just rotate. Every now and then you're going to want to use your AoE threat generator, because you are going to have your DPS will be using AoE. So you just want to make sure your DPS is nice and safe. So every now and then just kind of throw in your AoE threat generator, and you're good to go. So we'll speed up the first wall-to-wall trash mob here, because just down this hallway will be the first boss of sorts. So you have your 2 imps and your casters. Make sure everyone is here. Alrighty, and we'll just go in, attack these guys, aim these guys away. And once you burn down this caster, this priest here, the actual boss will show himself. Once you kill all three of these trash guys, right there, void. And then you want to just make sure he's aimed away because he does actually have a cleave. You don't want to have your party getting hit with a cleaved bullet. There you go. So as you can see, here's the first orb that we want to be getting. There are 4 of them in total in this dungeon. And you just click on this. Orb goes up. And there we go. 1 of 4 done. I like to pass on this loot just because it's something I don't really need. And off to the second area. This is a caster. We're gonna chase this caster all the way in here. Hit this. I'm gonna hardline the caster so the caster has to run around, and so we can hit everyone. Well, reprisal, because like this will reduce the damage that all the enemies are doing. This is an AoE. By reducing the damage, it makes it easier on your healer. So you want to kind of make sure, like, it's a team game, right? Like, this is a party, you want to work together, you want to help each other out. So every chance you can, especially with a large mob, you want to be using this ability. There we go. Make sure we have everybody. And off to the second boss. I don't know if you really call these guys bosses. They're more like alpha, or like, yeah, they're kind of like alpha trash. They're like super trash mob. Like they're not like really like bosses per se. Actually, I don't know. Do you get XP for killing these guys? So yeah, I would. These guys are technically a boss then, because you only get XP for defeating bosses in dungeons. Let's give him the good old 1-2 boop. Step out of that. And we'll step back in. And there we go. We'll let someone else take this. And whoop, there you go. That's three people that have leveled up in there. Now, this area here, I like to make sure I stop in a specific spot. And you guys will notice where it is. I'm stopping here as soon as I stop. And it's at this bridge, and it's because that right there, what we just went through, is like a very hard corner for your healer. So like you will run by and your healer might try to heal you, and then you get out of line of sight and you lose your heal, and your healer might be like, will start to panic. They're like, oh my god, like I'm like my heal is ruined, and like my cast was just about to go off. Go over and we'll grab these guys, and then we'll run back to the casters, because by running up and grabbing these long legs makes the casters like scoop together to get all like casters will like kind of like bunch up. So then you just come here, and again you want to make sure you're using reprisal. You want to be reducing all the damage, making your job easier. Right? Like now you're taking less damage. so that now your healer isn't like stressed out. They don't need to worry as much. There you go. Now you notice in this zone here, there's going to be a barrier in the way. Sealed barrier. We need to go and get a specific item, which will help us unlock that, which is just down the hallway here. Grab a rosary. I'm just gonna beat up this caster here first. That way we can get the rest of this all stacked right here. Again, reprisal, take less damage, makes the job easier on your healer. Happy healer is good healer. And this is the item you want to be picking up. And anyone in this party can pick this up. And then that's like the key pretty much for opening up this barrier. And anyone can click on this, use the rosary, yes. Step in, that'll grab aggro. The first person stepping into this area will always grab aggro. So it's not necessarily your DPS briefing you. If they like auto target a DPS, it's just the mechanic of this room. That's just kind of what happens. And we'll grab this guy. Again, the cleave, you want to make sure you're aiming the cleave away from your party. Right? You don't want anything to happen to them. Well, wait, there's a new player with the cutscene. We don't want to rush anyone. We want to make sure they're enjoying the game. This is a good time to have a drink. Alright, now, this boss has a few mechanics. He will tether himself to an imp. And all you have to do is make sure you burn down those imps. Burn down the ads. Because those imps that are tethered to him make him, like, invulnerable, right? Like, he takes no damage now. So you want to burn down these ads, or this ad. Now this will happen at least 2 to 3 times. It depends on how fast you burn down this boss. Normally it's going to be 3. And same thing. Get all these ads. Get all these ads. Burn down the imp. You'll also do like a mind blast, which will be like a large AoE around him. You step away, and then you can go inside and keep beating him up. Now the mind blast is a stun, so like your character will have like a stun effect on them. Grab these guys, burn down these imps. And he should burn down here. There you go. And that is the second dungeon, Tam-Tara as a Dark Knight. And I like to pass on all this stuff. Alrighty. Yeah, that is the second dungeon as a Dark Knight. Completed. There we go. Alrighty. So if you guys like this content and if you guys want to see more of it, make sure to give a like, hit subscribe. I will be doing every single dungeon. Yeah, like, subscribe. That way you guys don't miss anything. I will be doing every single dungeon with every single tank. And if they release new tanks, I will be doing updated content for everyone. The first two parts of this I will have linked in the description. Be sure to check them out. Let me know what is your favorite tank, what's your favorite class, and what's your favorite part of the game so far. Are you guys excited for any specific content? And I will see you guys in the next video.